Okay, so as I assume most of you have already seen who are watching this, you've seen Gabe's short of POV, You Just Won the War on the SMP, where they're playing other side, they're dancing all around, all happy. You don't see what really happened during the war. I mean, the most you get from it is Gabe's streams, which, again, was kind of not too much into the war. So this is going more in depth into what happened. It's not like completely what happened, but more in depth. So I'm gonna show what happened, what like led up to this, what happened actually during the war, and then of course what's the aftermath of it all right now. So here is the Discord for average SMP. You know, when you're added, you get brought to this Discord and you can talk to the rest of the members. So where it all started is right here. Can someone explain this? I just got back to my base. And Quack posted this picture of its signs of someone threatening, unless he gives 3 stacks of iron to these cords, that his base will be destroyed. And the same happened at Meows's and another base that was nearby his that does not have a screenshot. So eventually, when one of the members was, I think, just exploring, Mizzo7N, he found these signs. So these signs were from an older trade that me and Quack had done for axolotls because I was struggling to find them and he was struggling to get netherite. So we did a trade, I gave some netherite, he gave me axolotls, we were all happy. So he didn't actually destroy the platform, so that kind of led to some conflicts. And this is where Gabe thought it was me, understandably. So yeah, basically that's what happened, and war was declared on me. Now, who actually placed the signs? It was Quack. Quack, the person I did the trade with, was the one who placed the signs at everyone else's base. Here we go. Here's the message. Quack is back. Since we trashed the average Gabe SMP, which I'll show you later, Nitro and I have something to confess. Lol. We were evil and were going to blow everyone up. I left the signs at my base and the others just for fun to see what people would do. So it was kind of social experiment, but also was kind of evil and malicious for what they wanted, which was to cause conflict. So after the signs were placed after me, they were placed and they were going to come after me. A short that was posted today as Gabe's first short of 2020, you see that there's a parrot and one of the Mizzos is flying around with it, and he's trying to get it off. So that was actually the parrot at my base. I had those parrots at my base. Here I had those parrots at my base. So they went there and they stole quite a bit from me. I lost a lot of elytras after I went to the end. I lost some axolotls, and I don't actually remember the entire list of what was actually taken from me. But it eventually led to another group being made, which was led by mainly Quack and Cookie, and it was the rebels. So this was led by Quack and Cookie. So the people who were a part of it were Cookie. They went offline and Quack and Cookie went, and I don't believe you can actually see the messages. I don't believe you actually see the messages. I believe Gabe deleted them all, so I can't actually show you them. But they're gone, and they spawned 3 withers at their base. They spawned 3 withers, and it led to here we go. Actually, here it is. So they spawned 3 withers at the base. One of them was named Cringe, and I kind of found that funny. So it blew up quite a bit. I'll actually hop on the SMP in a bit and show you that. So there was a big conflict. Everyone was pretty understandably upset at Vamp, And yeah, so that went on for pretty much the rest of the night till the next day. Everyone kind of calmed down, but then yeah, so everyone calmed down. They kind of got over it, and they're rebuilding. But now I want to kind of talk about what did both sides do. And for this, I'm actually going to go into the Smp rules, because both of them did something which broke the rules. Both of them did something. So what actually happened? Now I don't know where the book is. If you go down the war rules, it says both sides and teams have to agree to start a war and it has to be signed in a book. So I don't think Tim was actually a part of the group when a book like this was signed, or it was just supposed to be with Quack. So basically during stream, a lot of rules were broken, and a lot of rules were broken on Vamp side. A couple rules were broken on the Rebel side. So I'm actually going to go over them. So what rules did Vamp break or push the limits of? So we can't. If the war contract wasn't signed, then the no griefing any build on the Smp, that is a big one. Tim's base is completely gone and wiped off the face of the earth. No going through players' chests. This was from me. I was stolen from. And then also no unprovoked killing. When peace was trying to be made between me and Gabe, I was killed during that session. No use of teleportation at any time, unless for emergency use. I don't have too much on this, but I don't think this really applies to anyone else besides Gabe. So they didn't really break this rule, but I don't know, it shouldn't be here. Do not invite random people. That rule wasn't broken. This rule was not broken by them. I don't necessarily know about this one. I guess if they did do the troll at Deep Slate, it isn't too far, but it was funny. No disrespecting the Constitution or any other players on the server. They did this a lot. Like a lot. They did this quite a lot to multiple members. And absolutely no racism, bullying, or being mega sus. The bullying one was understandably broken. So, damage 2 arrows. I was told that they did use damage 2 arrows to kill someone once. I don't have footage of that, so I can't actually show that. No killing anyone else's pets. Now, fun fact, Gabe did actually do this. All pets are now wiped off the server, besides axolotls that were in a bucket. But yes, pets were killed before. No foul language, they never broke that one. Wars must only include those who are actively participating in them. Tim was not very actively participating in a war, yet he got destroyed. No breaking lag machines and no broken potions. So really only this one and perhaps maybe this one. I don't know. They can comment and say something on that. So this is another one of the war. So Tim, if he was actively in the war, you have to give a nice 20-minute notice. They did not give this. They did not give him time to even come back. The war only ends when both teams surrender or both teams come to agreement. So I don't really know about this one. So the war ended. But it wasn't in a very satisfying way. You can have allies who fight with you. That one wasn't broken. And most of the war rules weren't broken if a book was signed. So basically, I don't know. If I were to count all of them, the Rebel side found like 13 that they did wrong. That they had either broken. So what did the Rebels break? And I will actually include myself in this. No griefing any build on the SP. That one happened. No going through players' chests. Of course, everyone probably breaks this rule. No unprovoked killing. That did not happen on their side. I do not know if any unprovoked killing happened. But, of course, anyone from Vamp can, of course, comment and tell me if something did happen. Do not invite random people into the Smp. Random people joined, but no one was invited. No game-breaking glitches and exploits. This one I broke. but it was not for war purposes. It was for fun entirely, and it wasn't being mean about it. Trolling, don't take it too far. This one was not broken. This one was not broken. I don't really know about these three. I mean, I know everyone built something, but 8 and 10, I'm not sure what the Rebels did for that. Of course, not many of them stream, so I don't actually have much footage of what happened. So, none of these were broken besides number 2, no killing pets and animals. They did that on a war against Vamp when most of them were offline. I don't know if a book was signed over this, but when in a war, most of this stuff happened, and they did actually give a 20-minute notice before attacking their base, and also they did wait for people to get online. Okay, so I'm on the SMP now, and I'm actually going to fly over to Tim's, and I'm gonna fly over to Tim's and Vamp to show you the damage that was done. So we should. Oh, someone's parrot died. So this is his base now. Isn't the greatest condition. I remember there being houses here. So yeah, this base was griefed on stream. I actually don't know what other base was griefed. I'm just showing Tim's because that's the one I gotta see. But now if I go into the nether here, I can fly over to Vamp. This is new Vamp. It is pretty bad. It is not the greatest. So this entire front section over here was just destroyed. If you look at Gabe's stream, there's a very clear difference between this front. So like Isaac's house, there's a bit of it left, not entirely. And then up here, the main ramps, I know some of it's trying to be repaired. So yeah, there's this up here being repaired. A lot of it, again, was blown up as well. Like the bit of a mountain they had here was blown up. The interior was blown up. I don't know what this stone box is here for. I assume this is like new Vamp. I know Gold or Chicken Man is doing something here, so I assume that's what it is. But yeah, like pretty much entirely destroyed. Like Gabe, what is a house anymore? It is utterly destroyed, covered in water. Yeah. Vamp is, I mean, this room's okay. I assume Gabe moved away, but this is new Vamp. And then, what is my kind of opinion on the war? I mean, I would so the biggest people who contributed to contributed to the conflicts in the war would definitely be Quack, Nitro, and I would actually say, in my opinion, Bamble, Mizzo, and both the Mizzos and Bamble, but not as much. They all had a little bit of an influence, which changed how Gabe thought. But of course, Gabe is admin, and he was trying to protect stuff with like the signs. So those who I feel are the main contributors to what happened during the war. So my opinion on the war, I mean, both sides say they won, of course. Both sides say they won the war. I mean, they got a good grief on Vamp, but they got banned. But the people who did it, Quack and Cookie, got banned and are not on the SMP anymore. I would consider the war to actually be unfinished or a tie. There wasn't much of an ending. It just kind of, the Vamp just got deleted, and yeah, there wasn't much of an ending. It was unfinished, unsettling almost. There wasn't anyone who really won. Everyone just kind of lost. But yeah, so that's my opinion mostly on the war. It's mostly unfinished. everybody, it was just kind of a bad war, but a lot of stuff happened. A lot of people got stolen from, a lot of people got griefed. And it all ended by, after the three withers, Gabe did not want them rampaging anymore, so he /killed, which led to the eventual death of every person's pet on the server. So no one has any of the old pets. Besides me, I have the axolotls that were in a bucket, so they didn't get killed. But that is, I think, kind of where I need to wrap it up. If you have more questions, I mean, I guess you can ask them in the comments, someone else, or I will answer them. Because I know for a fact I probably didn't cover everything in this. But that's about it. I'm just going to end that on that note.